my name is Amanda, Dr. Amanda Wilson. I'm an orthodontist. I'm also the president and CEO of StraightSmile Solutions. It's an orthodontic consulting company geared towards helping the dental industry, pediatric dentists and general dentists and orthodontists do more ortho and do more ortho efficiently with lower lab fees. And yes, I am a graduate of UCSF and UConn. Here's my contact information if you need it. Just a quick introduction. We will be having a really great webinar next Monday. We're going to be doing so many. Please do go to straightsmilesolutions.com/media if you want to sign up. I think we have like 8 to 10 different webinars on the books, and there's a lot of awesome prizes that we're giving out too. The vendors are giving out prizes. Today we gave away a bunch of free cases for indirect bonding, case reviews, discounts on classes and such. So make sure you do sign up. You do have to be on them live in order to participate. But yeah, CBCTs next Monday, go to straightsmilesolutions.com/media to sign up. And there's a limit of 100 participants. A little quick about how I got started with StraightSmile Solutions. I kind of tell you my story. I am an orthodontist. I practiced for 10 years clinically in the San Francisco Bay Area. Shortly following that, I really got into creating products, like new products, aligners, functional appliances. I was really into inventing, and I was also into teaching. So I kind of transitioned so I could spend more time with my family. It's kind of the story, but you know, of course I ended up working more, but at least I had more flexible hours. And I also eventually launched StraightSmile Solutions, which is, I just saw a need for it in the general dental and the pediatric dental community. And it's been really great. It's taken me all over the world. Constantly learning from other people, but just a little bit about our website. If you want an intro, this is just a screen grab from what we have on the website. But if you go to caption 1, this is where you can schedule a complimentary consultation, just a phone call if you want to schedule one. Under 2, if you're interested in signing up for services, you can push that button. Number 3, we have, we're hosting SmileSnap, which is a kind of virtual consultation platform. It's another way we can communicate. So, and number 4, it's hiding up there, but number 4 is how you log in if you're a client to our HIPAA compliant portal. So that's just some of the things that we offer. We also have hands-on courses. If you're interested in learning straight wire, learning how to do braces, how to place braces, how to tie in wires, IPR, elastics, photography, we do all that. And our digital kit, it comes in a kit. The price points are super inexpensive. And we're also gonna have a destination class November 15th and 16th in Phoenix, Arizona. It's gonna be amazing. Definitely indirect bonding is gonna be a big component of it, but we're gonna have all kinds of other modules that you can sign up for. Stay tuned. If you're interested in getting on our wait list, let us know. So let me tell you a little bit more about the why. Why am I doing what am I doing instead of, you know, working in a regular office? Like I kind of told you, it kind of happened, but also, I mean, a little bit, my husband is a general dentist. He started really getting frustrated because we weren't working in the same office, and his referral patterns to who he had to refer to, the doctors were basically turning everyone into a comprehensive $5,500 case. And, you know, he knew that he needed to do ortho in order to get his teeth uprighted so he could do what he wanted to do, which was, of course, you know, implants, sleep. So this all the kind of stuff he wanted to do. You know, high value, high dollar stuff. Easy, you know, easier than bread and butter dentistry. So he started wanting to do some simple ortho on his own. So he asked me to support him with that, and kind of slowly it turned into supporting more people. And that's how this all got started. So, you know, the more ortho you do, the more you get to do what you want to do as a general dentist. So I think most often, these are the pain points that I get about orthodontics in GP dentistry. And a lot of times, like, everybody kind of wants to do it, but they either had a really bad experience in dental school, like they took a class and they made it really hard or scary, and they thought it was about bending wires or doing lab work. Hey, that's not the case at all. Or they're afraid that it's going to cost a lot of money and it's a huge financial commitment for either equipment or classes. And really, that's not the case. We really are teaming up with a lot of great options so that you can learn it at very low cost, not have to make a huge investment. So I don't want that to be a pushback, you know. You don't have to go fly around taking all these classes in order to learn how to do ortho. There's a lot of information just at your fingertips in your own patients. And sometimes you don't really know what you have until you start looking at your own patients and just looking at the opportunities and expanding your clinical suite. So What about number 2? Upsetting the status quo referral patterns. So a lot of people are concerned about upsetting like their friend, their buddy. Like if you have a friend who's an orthodontist, someone you went to school with, maybe he takes you golfing, he sends you a great gift basket, your wife is friends with his wife, and you don't want to cause trouble. And that's another pushback that I get from GPs. They don't want to cause trouble. They don't want to overstep. Maybe they're in a small town. Really, honestly, the doctors that I work with, I reassure them that, look, we're going to work together and we're going to find the special line that you're not going to cross, and you may not know what it is yet. There's going to be a lot of cases we're going to say, these are where you have to refer these cases out. And matter of fact, you're actually going to send your doctor, your referral pattern, even more cases than you ever did. You're going to send them like probably twice as much. Because you're going to be seeing so many more things. Your team is going to be more aware of what's going on and what needs to be referred and what doesn't and when it's a good time to start. You can't just say age 7, because you know what? If you just say age 7, first of all, you're missing the boat on some important cases that probably should have started earlier, habit cases, airway cases, stuff like that. Second of all, the average parent out there they're like 7, I'm not starting at 7, you need to qualify that referral. You need to explain why, why are we referring at 7, unless you're giving them a good reason that you want to refer them, they're probably not going to go. So you need to understand ortho a little bit more. And even if you don't want to do it, you should understand it so that you can be screening and qualifying your referrals better. So that's really the value right there. Number 3, inefficiency and margins. It's really important that you make things happen well with your referrals and with your ortho cases, and that you're doing these ortho cases efficiently. So I have, kind of an algorithm that I like to run by. I mean, a lot of people are doing, say, Invisalign or 6-month smiles or ClearCorrect, but they're not doing it efficiently. So really, they're actually losing money on these cases. And that, we have kind of a litmus test, and we take our clients through step by step, what are you doing now? And how many times are you seeing them? And really, there's a great algorithm you can run through where you're adding up all your costs for this case. So you need to add up the lab fees for the aligners or the indirect bonding, the retention, but you also need to add up your chair time for the assistant, your chair time for the doctor, and add all that up, okay? As well as supplies, equipment, everything that you use, brackets, whatever, wires, add it up. Now subtract it from what you actually collected, less any discounts or whatever. And if you're not making at least $1,500 to $2,000 on that case, you're not doing it right, okay? Every ortho case should be making a pretty sweet margin like that. So just comparison's sake, most orthodontists I know have a less than 10% revision refinement rate, mid-course correction. That means they are setting up their cases so ideally and controlling the compliance, and there's tons, that's a whole nother conversation, so that the outcome is predictable. Now, most GPs that I know, they're just kind of winging it, I think maybe this is a good clean check. I don't really know. I'm just going to approve it. And, I think my patient's wearing it, but I don't really know if they are. They tell me they are, so they must be wearing it. And that's not necessarily true. I mean, how do you know? So, and they don't get the outcome they want. So, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? They don't really know what to do about it. And then they don't know how to fix it, because if you don't find what's wrong, you're not going to be able to fix it. So we help the GPs go through that and do it right. So that's really the value that we have to bring to them. So I really strongly recommend that all dentists offer all forms of orthodontics in their office. You can't just have one bucket. You can't just have aligners. It's not possible, because what's going to happen? First of all, optimally, you're only taking a small amount of cases. You have to refer the rest of them out, because optimally not every case is an aligner case. Number 2, you're always going to have these patients that are non-compliant. And when they're non-compliant, then what? What are you going to do? Just struggle or refer them out and you have to pay them back? Unless you got a compliance contract, we help people create those all the time. So this way you can seamlessly and easily transition them to another option, for an additional fee. At least they got the risk benefits and alternatives. So we do recommend that you have a braces option, as well as you're working with phase 1 or functional appliances, and that's something that we can help you do. So one of the easiest ways to get started with GP orthodontics is to go ahead and start screening your patients with orthodontic photography. And if you are looking for this PDF, I can send it to you. So just send me an email when you're done at info@straightsmilesolutions.com, and I'll send it to you. But basically, there's a lot of conditions that are actually directly or indirectly related to orthodontics. or, you know, problems with malocclusion. So, and you can monitor these over time. You know, you can have your team member just once a year, maybe take intraoral and extraoral photos and monitor these conditions, whether it's crowding or spacing, attachment loss, oral hygiene, abfractions, attrition. I can keep going. Most of these are progressive diseases. That means they're going to get worse over time if they're not addressed. And sometimes patients, they only see in the present, they don't see in the past, and they don't see the progression of disease because they look at themselves every day. But when you start capturing this for risk management, I say, and also for documentation, it becomes extraordinarily powerful when it gets compounded. That means when you're putting up this progression of photos, you know, 2017, 2018, 2019, and you're looking and showing them, look, your bite is getting worse, you know, or look, your midlines are getting worse. And they're like, oh my goodness, you know, I really should do something about this. It becomes very powerful. And it's just like, it's a pretty much almost free, you know, option to increase your case presentation. And it's not only, or acceptance rate, treatment acceptance rate. It's not only going to help you in ortho, it's going to help you in everything by doing this. So, I mean, if there's one tip I have to give you to make more production and to be more successful, this is it. You know, and I can help give you some scripting as to how to launch it in your office. I realize it's one more thing that your team maybe needs to do. But the great thing about dental photography is it's not something that a doctor has to do, and it's not something that a hygienist has to do, and it's not something that an assistant has to do. It's something the front desk can do. It's something that a high school student, you know, after school can do. Everyone takes photos. How hard is photos? They're very easy, right? So, and everyone can contribute to uploading them and putting them where they go. A lot of times teams will, you know, maybe keep the photos, and at the end of the week, they'll get together in a 2-hour team meeting and go over the photos and look for opportunities, or the doctor can do it at night.